One of the most absolutely insane and chaotic, wild shows we have seen over the last decade has debuted with season 3. YELLOWJACKETS is officially back. Let's review episodes 1 and 2 with full spoilers. This show is crazy. This show is absolutely nuts. Now, if you have not watched this show and you're watching this video, a little bit of breakdown. It is basically about a high school girls soccer team and their plane heading to national tournament, crashes in the wilderness. They spend 18 months there and they become a cannibalistic, warring tribes against one another. And through the first 2 seasons, we have seen some things that are, my jaw has been on the floor for a majority of this show so far. And season 3, the first 2 episodes, get right back into everything after the finale of season 2, where a lot happened. We pick 6 weeks up with all of these characters, both in the wilderness, 18 or 25 years back in the past, and then 6 weeks after the events in the present time, where unfortunately we lost the adult version of Natalie. I have so many questions about what is going on, and so much happened in these first 2 episodes. Callie dumping intestines and guts on our high school friends. We have everything with Lottie in the present time. Shauna seems to be going a little nuts. Misty is still, getting over the death of Natalie. And then we have everything going on back in the past with all of the high school versions of these characters. They very much feel like they are already in a cult vibe. It feels like they are very well on their way to becoming these cannibalistic tribes. Who the hell is the true, real antler queen that we found out in the very opening scene and episode of this show? And then the opening scene of the first episode is a great callback to that opening scene of the show. Obviously, they're playing tag. No one is dead, but they're alluding to that scene possibly coming very, very soon, and when they start killing each other. After the death of her son, Shauna gave birth last season to a baby boy that unfortunately didn't make it. She is grieving and she is going through the thick of it. She is struggling right now and she is on a warpath with anybody who gets in her way, specifically Mari. They're going at each other, and we see Mari go off into the forest and eventually be found by Coach, who has been living on his own in a cave that Javi found in season 2. And Coach basically takes her hostage, and we're not really sure his intentions, if he just wants to keep her quiet, but we saw that he's speaking to someone. He may be speaking to the same spirits that all these crazy girls and Travis are all talking to in these first 2 episodes. Speaking of talking to forest spirits, that scene where the screams were happening and we heard baby cries and all kinds of things that were talking when Lottie was doing her speech, and they were, honoring the three dead that they have had over the time they've spent in the forest. What the hell is going, is this all in their head, or is this actually supernatural? Are we going to find out that essentially they just went crazy being in the forest on their own with each other, creating this cult vibe, a home and atmosphere, or is there actually something supernatural that is kind of